Welcome back to NWA Power and Universe Mode, and for some reason their Titantron's still not working. But their music isn't either. What is going on with production? We will get the production value of this show sorted after the Crockett Cup. But speaking of Crockett Cup, we've got one more match in the tag bracket, and it's going to be TMDK, who Shane Haste recently issued his first singles loss thanks to Kyle Fletcher, and they're looking to pick up a win here tonight and advance to the second round of the tag bracket of the Crockett Cup. And they're going to be taking on new debuts, Kit Wilson and Elton Prince. Pretty deadly. Never before seen in Universe Mode, because it's been confirmed by William Regal, unfortunately, the Creeds will not be allowed to enter the Crockett Cup tournament, but that is because they will be facing FTR in a second attempt at capturing those tag titles at the Crockett Cup pay-per-view. So FTR's plan has backfired. Those belts will be on the line. Will Pretty Deadly get arguably an upset victory here tonight over TMDK? Here we go, two Brits versus two Aussies to open this show. TMDK, last time we saw them in tag action, put on a fantastic tag match against the Young Bucks. Shane Haste being focused on that national championship. And Pretty Deadly are not going to let that national championship distract them too much. They want the tag belts. Look at this. Oh god, and a leg drop body splash combo there from Prince and Wilson. They're matching attires here tonight, much like the double blue from TMDK, as Mikey Nichols had had enough of the shit that Pretty Deadly was dealing. Look at this! Air raid crash into that neck breaker. Very nice. Some tag maneuvers of their own. TMDK showing Pretty Deadly that they can do it just as good. Elton Prince was trying to crawl away. Trying to crawl into the corner until he realised he was crawling into the wrong corner. Just got snap suplex there by Haste. Quick kick out though. Too early on in this match. I think it's safe to say don't underestimate Pretty Deadly though. They've been making some waves on the independent scenes as of late. Hence why they're here now. Tag made back to Nichols. And Prince taking the opportunity, pushing Nichols back into the corner and going for the monkey flip. Creating a little bit of an opening for himself. Standing drop kick, very nice. Oh, dodging out of the way of that running knee strike attempt. Prince just absolutely totaled Haste with the big boot. Monkey flip into the corner, it got it done for Nichols. And it got it done for Haste, followed by that leg drop. A little bit of a callback to earlier in the match. Double axe handle to the back of the spine of Haste. Of course, we've already got Legado del Fantasma, the Rock and Roll Express, and then United Empire that have already advanced forward. This is the final match when it comes to the tag bracket of the Crockett Cup. It's going to be interesting moving forward to see, out of these two, which team will go on to face who will fight each other, and who will make it to the pay-per-view. And a third monkey flip. Prince just launching Haste around the ring. And tag made to Kit Wilson, while Haste was laid out. Wilson bringing Haste to his feet. And Haste with a burst of adrenaline there, launching Wilson all the way to the outside of the ring. Wilson on the retreat, going back into the ring. Oh my god, and he just mauled Haste as soon as he got into the ring. Oh, Haste dodging out of the way, and a big overhead chop to the chest of Haste. Haste is going to have to try and make a tag if he can to Mikey Nichols. Good grief, got the foot up right into the face of Wilson. Oh, and a Larry Lariat. Wilson takes down Haste. And Pretty Deadly have done a good job of making sure that Haste doesn't manage to get the tag. Tag made now to Elton Prince. As Pretty Deadly gearing up for another double team move. Double kicks, double axe handle. And just pure showmanship from Pretty Deadly right now. They're definitely a throwback to the territory tag teams that you'd see back in the 70s and 80s. And Elton Prince can't help himself from doing those monkey flips. He's just enjoying himself a little bit too much. Oh, what a powerbomb from Elton Prince. Very nice. And again, managing to section off Haste. Roll up now. And Nichols is right there. Finally getting an opportunity to at least get into the ring for a moment to break up that pinfall. And Haste having a moment on the outside. I don't think TMDK were particularly expecting this kind of offense from Pretty Deadly. And Haste just caught Wilson with a neck breaker. And look at Wilson fighting back, those back elbow shots right into the gut of Haste. Oh, and Haste with the jawbreaker. Overhead chop, trading blows back and forth. Oh, oh, oh. Lifting up Haste. Haste teetering, goes for the chop block, takes down Kit Wilson. Oh, basement drop kick, and Wilson didn't go all the way down, but knocked silly European uppercut. Wilson finally goes off of his feet. And Haste makes the tag to a fresh Mikey Nichols. And Wilson pushing him back, trying to create some space. Nichols not going to let him. Nichols with a cheap shot to Prince just knocked him off of the side of the apron. And Wilson's going to try and take advantage of that distraction that Nichols has caused for himself here. Oh, and another Larry Lariat. Oh, and the dropkick takes down Haste. Pretty Deadly could be looking to finish this. Good grief. Spinebuster to Nichols. Nichols is down. 1, 2... Oh, and Mikey Nichols with the kick out. And Wilson does not look happy whatsoever about that. Prince in the corner. Oh, and they took too long. Nichols managing to get, good grief, a spinebuster of his own. Managed to slip the elbow in there, and it was enough to buy himself a little bit of breathing room, but Wilson straight back on the offense. Look at Wilson limping over to Shane Haste. Haste fighting away Wilson. Oh, good grief. And the shoulder tackle to the midsection, and Wilson trying to get Nichols to his feet. Oh, and the code breaker. Wilson's not finished there. Went for another one. Nichols fought back. Oh, European uppercut. Holy shit, and Nichols has been busted open right on the side of the head. Massive body splash in the corner. Look at Kit Wilson getting all fired up. Haste back to the corner now. Wilson's trying to make a tag. Tag made to Elton Prince. And hot tag made to Haste. And these two are now going to come to blows. Atomic drop. Haste. Oh. An awkward collision there between Prince and Haste. Oh, another atomic drop, this time successful. And look at Prince. Prince laid out, and Haste. Oh! Wilson wasn't able to stop him from going for the Black Swan, but he's straight in there, straight in the ring. And look at Wilson pushing the limits of the rules here. Oh, and he sends Haste out of the ring, and he follows in order to prevent himself from getting disqualified right now. Oh, and the clothesline takes down Haste. And look at Elton Prince attacking Nichols. Look at Pretty Deadly bending the rules here for their own benefit. And the facebuster takes out Haste, takes out Nichols rather. And look at Pretty Deadly Oh, Haste fighting back. Or at least trying to. Good grief! And launching Haste right into the barricade. Prince back in the ring. Standing dropkick takes down Haste. Big elbow drop and pretty deadly, looking to now put away TMDK. I don't think Prince realises, oh, that Mikey Nicholls is back up. Big boot, totals Haste. One. Oh, good grief, and there's Nicholls. Massive running European. Bringing Haste back to his feet now. Launching him into the corner. Telling Mikey Nicholls to make the tag if he wants the tag. Oh, and the big boot out of nowhere. Holy shit. And looking at Haste, who's out in the corner. Pretty deadly. Holy shit. They took out Haste and just launched him into the corner. Nicholls had to make the tag and then barely got the opportunity before getting hit with that big boot. Pretty deadly advance. Next up for the women's bracket, we've got 2 matches tonight, just as we do with the men's. Because so far we've only had Blair Davenport and... I've forgotten. I have forgotten, but it was certainly a person. Oh, who was it? Who was it? I don't know. Who was it? I don't know. But William Regal has booked Damage Control to battle each other here tonight. Dakota Kai are going to be going one-on-one with Io Sky for the first time in Universe mode. Well, I try and figure out who I've previously booked. Oh, it was Gigi Dolan. I bloody remembered, because she faced Alba Fire, and it was a really good match. It's just been a while, so I forgot. So yeah. Tonight we've got 2 more matches, because we've already had those first 2. Just like how we already did 1/2 of the first bracket for the men's, we've still got the other bracket to do. And both of those matches are going to be tonight, with the semi-finals for that being next week. So yeah, we've got a whole host of matches going on tonight. It's an entire show of Crockett Cup tournament matches. And right off the bat, Dakota Kai with that rolling cutter to Io Sky. And no Bailey out here tonight to officiate between the two. Try and keep the peace the best she can. Make sure it remains all friendly. Tiger Bomb position. Kai rolls round into the Rana. Launching Io. Head over feet, heels overhead, whatever. She got launched. I got another monkey flip. We're seeing heaps upon heaps of monkey flips tonight. And Dakota Kai with a shuddering Irish whip into the corner. That one was bloody brutal. And later on tonight, we're going to be seeing the return of a former, women's #1 contender. A woman that challenged for the championship back at All Out War during that Women's Eliminations Chamber. We're going to be seeing DOUDROP, Piper Niven, going to be returning to the NWA later on tonight. We've already spoken before about how we've really had some very distinct pillars of the women's division over the past season. And as we move towards the Crockett Cup, we're going to be looking to move on to a new set of prominent female superstars. Dakota Kai with a big splash off the top, went for the roundhouse kick, got hit with that upper thrust. Good grief. Io Sky with a suicide dive, wipes out Kai on the outside. Look at this, deadlift into the German. Bloody hell. Dakota Kai now getting launched around the ringside area by Sky. Oh, and another German suplex there from Io, dumping Kai on her head. Oh, and that was almost it. Holy shit. Kai almost down for the count. Io really turned the tables on Dakota Kai after that assault on the outside air raid siren. Kai goes down, and look at Io launching herself to the top turnbuckle. Oh my god! Went for the moonsault. Kai moved out of the way but was slow to her feet. Dumped on her head with a second German suplex. And Dakota Kai with the kick out. Dakota Kai with a chiropractor. That float over backstabber, and Io Sky goes down. But she is not out with a kick out there at a 2.5. Not quite close to the 3, but that one did some damage on Io. You can see the pain on her face. Dakota Kai more than happy to capitalize the captain of team kick, bringing her A game here tonight. Io, German suplex, and that's the third German suplex. Kai could be down and out. Oh, and the kick out anyway. She has managed to survive. Not out of it just yet. Io going to the top turnbuckle though. Looking for the moonsault. And that one had some speed on it. And Io Sky picking up the win against her teammate. There were so many times during that match where Dakota looked like she was going to pull out on top. But Io Sky instead cinching the win with that moonsault. Absolutely brutal impact. Next up, we've got a round in the men's bracket, and the recently crowned NWA USA champion, formerly Ring of Honor Pure champion, that belt is back, and he's being flanked by McDonough and Akira in the back there, who have also advanced in the tag bracket. Ridge Holland really come into this season making a strong name for himself, picking up some big wins and some big losses, but he's been a very prominent member of the roster, and that's why he's being given this opportunity here tonight for the Crockett Cup. Holland is going to be taking on a man that appeared a few weeks ago, challenging for the #1 contendership for the Ring of Honor Championship, Rex Steiner. That man got busted open and brutalized, and in the mayhem of it all, brutalized everybody else. He was one of the hardest hitters in that match. It was an 8-pack scramble match, and he did pretty goddamn good in it. That's why he's being given this opportunity here tonight by William Regal to compete against Ridge Holland. Here we go, Ridge Holland, Rex Steiner. Good grief, and Holland right off the bat, trying to assert his dominance against Holland, the big man, bloody hell. Against Steiner, rather. If you thought that that hip toss was impressive there from Holland, good grief, that shoulder tackle was brutal, sending Holland over his ass. Look at Steiner. A brutal attack. God help the men that have to battle Steiner after this, because if he doesn't win this, he's already pissed. If he doesn't win this, God knows what he'll do. Steiner showed in that 8-pack scramble. He's got a mean streak. He's got a temper on him. Double feet to the face. Steiner going after the throat of Holland, and there's a beautiful Saito there from Holland, from Steiner rather. I keep getting the two mixed up because they're both bloody beasts. Good grief. Diving shoulder tackle off of the apron. I'm lost. I'm completely lost. I don't know where I am. Fucking powerbomb from Steiner to Holland. Holy shit. Oh, Holland. Carrying Steiner. Good grief, and he's dumped Steiner out of the ring. Holy shit, the first major move that he's really hit on Steiner since the opening moments of this bout. Holland back in the ring now. McDonough and Francesco Akira looking a little bit nervous here. The Empire had participants in each bracket for the Crockett Cup. And so far, Davenport and their tag division entry has made it through. Holland definitely doesn't want to be the one to let down their singles men's division, but bloody hell, there's a pounce there by Holland, creating some space between him and Steiner, which is what he desperately needed. There's a Ridgeplex, and Holland now getting into a higher gear as he goes after Steiner, looking for that Northern Grit, dumping Steiner on his head. 1, to advance, 2, and Steiner with the kick out. Good grief! No, he'll just settle for some Bill tosses instead. That's impressive enough. Standing moonsault. Rex Steiner has everything. He's got the strength and he's got the athleticism. And look at this. Lariat into the back body drop. Holland dumped down. There's a spine buster from Steiner. Steiner now bringing Holland back to his feet. Pop up into the power slam. Holland is down. He looks like he's out. 1, 2. Oh, and Holland with the kick out. The pop up power slam not enough to keep Holland down. Steiner sending Holland into the corner. Holland groggy as all hell right now. What is Steiner looking for? Oh my god. Oh my god. A regular pop-up wasn't enough. Power slam off the top. 1, 2. Steiner advances. Pushing the Empire out of the final bracket that they needed to be in. Rex Steiner with a fantastic win. And not only does he advance, but he's just beaten a champion. As mentioned previous, we're going to be seeing the return of DOUDROP. Also news for the main event. United Empire managing to weasel themselves into another opportunity for the Crockett Cup first bracket. I don't know how, I don't know what Will Ospreay had to do to pull the strings and get another member of his faction into that tournament. But that's going to be the main event. It's going to be a member of the Empire taking on somebody of William Regal's choosing. Here tonight though, DOUDROP making her NWA return. We weren't sure whether or not she would be returning for another season. DOUDROP going to be taking on a new signing for the NWA, Tiffany Stratton, who has been officially confirmed as having a full-on contract. We don't see that very often. Somebody gets an actual full-time contract with the NWA, but Tiffany Stratton is one of them. So here we go, DOUDROP, who, bloody hell, right off the bat, Stratton, oh, catching DOUDROP there with a kick as she tried to blast back with a lariat. She managed to knock DOUDROP off of her feet. It's the first move of the match, but DOUDROP showed some real potential last season for possibly capturing the NWA Women's Championship. And there's been a little bit of criticism because we do have a lot of women's superstars. Been a little bit of criticism about there only being one Women's Championship. And I know that William Regal's been asked in online interviews and press conferences, especially during the press coverage for NWA Superpower. He was asked, will there be an NWA Women's Tag Division? and he said that he has zero plans to introduce an NWA Women's Tag Division, but never, ever rule out the possibility of a second Women's Championship appearing. He's just said that no confirmation right now. So that's going to be interesting moving forward. I know that we've got a lot of belts already as it is, but we're trying to move away from the 30-day logic that we used to use, since we derived from like the WWE kind of standard of having to defend every 30 days. It's going to be based a lot more around whether or not there's actually worthy contenders. And Tiffany Stratton with a roundhouse kick, managing to keep up with DOUDROP here. As DOUDROP, even though she's hit some heavy moves during this match, some heavy and hard hitting moves, Tiffany Stratton using her speed to her advantage. That double drop kick in the corner. Look at DOUDROP fighting back. Massive headbutt flattens Stratton. Snapmare, look at DOUDROP with the big crossbody. Stratton could be out, but no, managing to get her shoulders off the mat. I'd like to know what Tiffany Stratton had to do to get herself a full-time contract, but the kip up getting away from DOUDROP. DOUDROP went to the top turnbuckle. Got to be absolutely nerve-wracking for Tiffany Stratton. Oh my god, and DOUDROP tried to go for the suicide dive. Stratton dodged out of the way. And DOUDROP, I don't know how much damage that did to DOUDROP, but DOUDROP's trying to catch up with Stratton after crashing and burning on the outside. And that quick strike with the elbow, no match for that roundhouse kick. And look at Stratton showing off right now. Trying to be one step ahead. Look at the strength from Stratton. Rolling fireman's carry. Holy shit. Tiffany Stratton laying out DOUDROP. Prettiest moonsault ever. 1, 2. Oh my god, and Stratton does not advance. Whichever woman wins the women's side of the Crockett Cup will go down in history, the second winner. Of course, last year's winner, Charlotte Flair, not going to be taking part this year due to being in the championship match at the Crockett Cup pay-per-view. Stratton sending DOUDROP into the corner. Oh, bouncing her head right off of that turnbuckle. And look at her targeting the arm now. Going after literally whatever she can. Doing some damage to DOUDROP. The roundhouse kick might be the most effective move in Stratton's arsenal right now. And with DOUDROP in the corner, we're setting up for something, but DOUDROP managing to create a little bit of space. Look at Stratton. Stratton, European uppercut from DOUDROP. Stratton's fighting back the best she can. Fireman's carry position. Oh, good grief. And she carried her for a moment there. Prettiest moonsault ever for a second time. 1, 2. And Tiffany Stratton picking up a huge win in her debut against DOUDROP. Stratton's going to advance. And that wraps up all of the first round matches for the Crockett Cup, aside from our main event, the last of the men's. So main event time, and oh, the Scottish Supernova is the one that has managed to be whittled into the main event. Oh, and of course accompanied by the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne. So Noam Dar being given an opportunity. And I don't know if Noam Dar wants to face Rex Steiner, but whoever wins this match will be going one-on-one with Steiner, either on Ring of Honor or next week, I don't really know just yet, and then they'll face Chad Gable at the Crockett Cup. And if I'm Noam Dar, I would wager that if I can get through these two matches and get to the Crockett Cup, if I was Noam Dar, I feel like I could take out Chad Gable. Like, that's a pretty strong, at least in the mindset of how Noam Dar thinks. But the question is... Oh shit. Making his return. No longer Walter the Ring General. Now Gunther. Gunther won last year's Crockett Cup. And he's also beaten Noam Dar. He's also beaten Pete Dunne. Oh, this is not good news for Noam Dar. Noam Dar thought he might have had it easy. A clear shot at the Crockett Cup, but William Regal being quite sly in who he chose as the challenger. Here we go. The return of Gunther. Oh, going for the big boot. Right off the bat. Walter is not letting Noam Dar get any kind of offense in against him. He said, no way, Jose. No way, Jose. God, do you remember him? I certainly do. And I only booked him a handful of times for a reason. Big boot to Dar. Holy shit. I mean, I'm certainly interested in seeing Gunther versus Rex Steiner. And possibly Rex Steiner versus Gable or Gunther versus Gable. I think either of those matches would be fantastic. I don't like the odds that Noam Dar currently has. Good grief, and another dropkick from Gunther. We last saw Gunther, for those that don't know, at NWA Starrcade. He faced Will Ospreay for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Because he won the Crockett Cup of last season, he openly challenged Will Ospreay for that championship. Look at the shape that Gunther is in. He looks entirely different in terms of, like, his body definition. Good grief. And look at Pete Dunne. Look at Pete Dunne. Gunther's a former world champion. He won the NXT championship. Bloody hell. From Pete Dunne. So those two have a history. Gunther has history with the Empire. And look at Noam Dar capitalising on the distraction there from Pete Dunne, managing to get some offense in, targeting the arm of Gunther. All of the Empire are well aware of the threat that Gunther would pose to them. Holy shit, big boot and a lariat into the corner. Oh, and Dar straight into another lariat. Every single time Dar goes for any kind of opening, Gunther is there. Oh my god. It's almost uncomfortable to watch. Gunther is like a predator playing with his food. And going after Pete Dunne. Sleeper on Pete Dunne. Oh, and he's got the legs wrapped. And quickly wriggling free. Look at Gunther. Looking for the powerbomb, and he hits it. Oh, and Noam Dar gonna try and capitalise now. That single leg drop kick. Oh, Gunther pushing Dar back. Getting him into the ring. Oh my god, Pete Dunne is down. Oh, the two back and forth. Big boot. Just sent Noam Dar inside out. Good grief. Oh, and Dar with the arm drag. And now Pete Dunne distracting. Drop kick to the back of the head of Gunther. Gunther could be in trouble here as Dar tries to take advantage. Oh, and Gunther back to his feet, got hit with a spinning back elbow. Holy shit. It's the same back elbow strike that Ospreay used to put down Gunther at Starrcade. Fucking hell. Kick to the midsection. Oh, and Dar trying to fight free from the powerbomb position. Pete Dunne getting on the apron again. Noam Dar using the distraction from Pete Dunne to Gunther to roll to the outside of the ring. Oh, and blocking the attack. Oh, Gunther blocked the attack. And I think Pete Dunne tried to grab Gunther's foot. And look at this. Look at this now. The knee bar, but Gunther rolls over. Look at those big paws. Smacking the living shit out of Noam Dar. Noam Dar straight into the powerbomb. Looking at Pete Dunne. 2. And Gunther just advanced. Looking at Pete Dunne while he pinned Noam Dar. In a very dominating fashion, Gunther looking to be the winner of the Crockett Cup for the 2nd year in a row.